If something is not good, it will not be bottled.
Flavour means everything, because that's what it's all about. Every cask is different, every whiskey is different, and that's the beauty about it.
Everything is about flavour. It's the be-all and end-all of everything.
I think it was vital, it was very important. It was really telling people, telling members, new members, potentially new members, that there is a world out there of whiskey flavours which need to be discovered.
This is what the society has been doing from the get-go, and this is what we're sticking to right now.
I think the success literally was built on flavour. My name is Olaf Meyer, and I've been a member for 31 years in the society. I've been working for the society for 20 years, mainly as an ambassador, but also as a panel member. And the last 12 years, I'm the chairperson of the panel as well. We'll have the chocolate making, then we'll have the chocolate and whiskey tasting. You guys were telling me, you can't do white chocolate with whiskey. It just doesn't work. And you know, when someone tells me that, that's when I start going. I'm sort of thinking, hang on, I like a challenge. A flavour means everything, because that's what it's all about. It's about different flavours, it's about experiencing different flavours, which is obviously very, very different if you're looking at the normal whiskies, i.e. the blended or single malt whiskies, which is always about consistency. So these guys want to have the same flavour year in, year out. And we're just the opposite. We want different flavours. We want to surprise people. We want to really appreciate flavour in a different way. So what I would recommend to you is, for me, it's the first the flavours. So try the flavours neat, then have a piece of chocolate, and then see how it changes when you then try it again. Because that to me is always the fascination about it, because we always think we're so objective, you know, but we're not. As soon as you do something else, you eat something else or something, and then try it again, it's very, very different.
There he is, Alan. Welcome. How you doing, big man? Good to see you. And you, come on in. We're set up over here. Got the drams ready.
Oh, fantastic.
Right, Alan, we're doing a wee bit of planning for the December Outturn podcast. You know, we like to give members a good overview of what's coming out in the next month, getting a selection of bottles, nice variety, I think, in terms of everything that's coming out in December. So we'll work our way through, have a wee dram of each, get ready for Christmas kind of thing.
Not a bad way to spend Monday.
Yeah, well, could be worse, could be worse.
Okay, I'm just going to give us a clap. 1, 2, 3. Good to go.
Hello and welcome to the Scotch Malt Whisky Society's December Outturn podcast. Well, as you say, you're bringing in different layers of flavour. I think there's quite a lot to unpack here, and it is the kind of dram that you want to sit with for a while and unpick those layers and
definitely
kind of trace its journey.
These, I guess for a better term, sherry nutters that are,
Yeah.
I only drink Orloso, or I
Yeah.
only drink Pedro Jimenez, and this you're getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, you're seeing the uniqueness of casks coming through, which is what the society's all about, is letting the cask do the speaking.
Yeah.
And Oily and Coastal is one of these very divisive flavour profiles.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of these things where it's a lot of, this is not a flavour profile you would expect to identify with this distillery
Yeah,
more than
it's
anything
not.
else. So.
All right, I don't know which glass to say cheers with. I'll pick one at random. Always a pleasure. We'll see you in Bath Street, and we'll see you in the Outturn podcast before too long.
Flavour is all about memory. So it's about memory and your childhood memory as well. So I'm a German national, so my memories of flavours from then is going to be very different to someone in China or someone in America.
The palate you get as an adult, if you grow up in Scotland, if you grow up even like in Wales, England, or anywhere else in Europe or the world, your palate will be different. Your perception of flavors and the way you've acquired these memories is different.
At the end, flavour is personal. You know, when people say, I don't like that whiskey, I've got no problem. If they say this is bad whiskey, they're going to have a big argument with me, because it's not bad whiskey, because that's what we're here for, having good whiskey. But that doesn't mean you like every whiskey, because everyone's different and every whiskey is different.
how rich the society is that it's aiming at satisfying the widest amount of members across different cultures and around the world. This is what the society has been doing from the get-go, and this is what we're sticking to right now.
I think the success literally was built on flavor, and that's why right from the beginning we had tasting notes, because tasting notes in 1983, I mean, everyone just laughed. I mean, that was for wine people and everything, but not for whiskey.
The tasting panel reflects the quality of the society, which is everything's about flavor. It's the be-all and end-all of everything. If something is not good, it will not be bottled.
I think it was vital. It was very important. It was really telling people, telling members, new members, potentially new members, that there is a world out there of whiskey flavors which need to be discovered.
It's not like you think it is. It's different. The real thing, whiskey taken in its perfect form, which was at cask strength, is altogether different from the stuff you're getting in bottle. The idea that an ordinary whiskey drinker could discern the flavours in whiskey was completely novel. We invented whiskey tasting as a leisure pursuit. Nobody, before we started, nobody had ever thought of tasting whiskies as you would wines. The overall standard of the quality of whiskey is infinitely better now than it was 40 years ago. Largely, and I don't think I'm being immodest in saying this, because of what we did then. We caused the whole industry to raise the criterion of what was good whiskey. I must say I never had any doubt right from the beginning that the thing would be a success.